Howdy YouTube, today we have a seriously cool review for you and really a contender for possibly my favourite figure of all time, and that's because we're taking a look at the long-awaited, long-desired Marvel Select Carnage. If you've seen the other reviews on my channel, you know I'm a big fan of the Marvel Select line, in particular figures like the Marvel Select Venom. Just in general, some of the Carnage figures that we've gotten in the past. You can check out my collection of Carnage figures on my channel as well. They always make some really good ones. Carnage, one of the better characters in the Marvel Universe, in my view. Loved watching him as a kid in the animated Spider-Man show, along with Venom. Why they don't make a movie about Carnage or Venom is beyond me. I think it would be a huge financial success for Marvel. They're just two characters that are very interesting. The whole symbiote series, I think, are some of the best comic books of all time as well. In particular, you can see on the sides there, I'm reading the current Carnage series, and it's really good. It's basically about Carnage is going for this book that's supposed to give him some more power. And it's about a task force comprised of Eddie Brock. It's got not Jonah Jameson, but his son, who turns into a werewolf. And a task force basically set up to catch Carnage, and it's really good. A little bit creepy, some of the settings they go to and what happens, but definitely a very enjoyable read and a must if you're a Carnage fan. In terms of this figure, he comes in the standard Marvel Select style packaging, which is huge. You can see my hand there for comparison. This is quite big. We've got lots of cool looking accessories. At the back, you've got some comic book shots. What I love on the packaging is it's specialized to Carnage. There's little shots of Carnage that it'll be hard to see, but I'll show you guys in a little bit of him from the various comic book appearances that he's had. At the bottom there, we have a nice shot of Carnage. And on the side, quite big again, but a great shot of Carnage. Look how happy he is. Looking pretty buff on the back as well, I might add. Taking a look there, we can see some of the other poses and positions you can get him in. Great array of accessories. That's one thing that I'm very happy about. Other figures in the set, we get a zombie Magneto and Cable. The read up on the back says Cletus Cassidy was a serial killer serving a life sentence in prison when he was assigned Eddie Brock's cellmate. Brock, formerly the former villain turned vigilante known as Venom, was freed by his alien partner. In the chaos, the symbiote left behind its offspring, a new symbiote that bonded with Cassidy. The newly empowered Cassidy broke out and went on a killing spree, writing carnage on the wall of each crime scene. Basically, Spider-Man and Venom teamed up to defeat him. He keeps escaping from prison. He versus Spider-Man a lot. And not even Spider-Man or Venom can stop him. So it's pretty accurate. Even this task force in the comic books is having a very tough time. So with that, let's get this Carnage opened up and out of packaging. Okay, and here we have Carnage opened up and out of packaging, and he's a legitimately badass figure. One of the coolest looking figures I've come across in a long time. Great articulation, great detail. I'll bring it forward so you guys can take a look at the face. They absolutely nailed that face. Good detail. I mean, he looks very sinister. He looks like a serial killer as is. And then you combine that with the great detailing on the Carnage symbiote just eating his face there, I guess. Enveloping him, taking him over. It looks brilliant. It really, really is nicely detailed. There's all scruff marks and scratches on Cletus's face as well. Hopefully you guys can see that. They did an excellent job with the detail. Reminds me a little bit of the old original, not Marvel Select, but Marvel Legends Venom that they did, the Eddie Brock Venom, where the figure was, I guess, taking over Eddie Brock, if you will. It is very similar to that sort of face scan, and I guess it makes me like it even more, to be honest with you. Great detailing as we move down as well. If we see the body there. Great paint apps. Mixture of black and red. The essential Carnage color scheme, of course. Moving down. Look at his hands. This is a little weird. It's almost like a Wolverine kind of thing. I'm not sure how I feel about the black tendrils or extensions there. I feel they look better here. We've got like a Predator look going on with these two big claws there. But overall, it is a fantastic looking figure. Taking a look at the detail on the back as well. Great paint apps. Good texture too. It feels, quite nice. The joints are all reasonably stiff as well, which is one of the problems I had with the Marvel Select Venom. A solid figure. Lots of great detail. Very nice indeed. And speaking of the devil, just for comparison, I've got the Marvel Select Venom face scan that was doing something a little bit similar. I actually prefer the Carnage, to be honest with you. The Venom one does look excellent. It does look really good. But I think just the detailing on Cletus Cassidy's face really elevates the figure. Now, in terms of articulation, we get a ball-jointed head, ball-jointed arm, swivel in the bicep, bend at the elbow, swivel in the wrist. He's also got another swivel in the hand. The fingers don't move or anything like that. He's got the ab 360-degree articulation. Swivel in the waist, yes. He's got the weird leg joint that even the DC Collectibles figures are doing where they move out and in, forward and back. So you get a full range of movement there. You can have him doing the splits if you really wanted to. Swivel in the thigh, double bend at the knee, and then swivel in the ankle. So standard Marvel Select articulation, which is good. Really high quality detail and really good level of articulation as well. So let's check this guy out with some of his other accessories. And here we've got Carnage with his alternate head. You can see it's pretty much identical to the head that we got in the Marvel Legends line a little while ago now. But it's good that they give us that version of it. I'm a big fan of this design, and it does look very nice with the figure. Legitimately, it's almost as if Marvel sat down and said, okay, how can we take Carnage, create the best figure of all time, and then make it better? It has literally everything you want in a Carnage figure. I love the little extensions coming off him. Hopefully you can see that. If I move the comics out the way, hopefully you guys can see a little bit better just how the figure looks. It is outstanding. Very cool. Great accessories as well. You can see them with the alternate hands. Favorite line of the Spider-Man animated series in the 90s. I guess you could say you axed for this. Love it. Really cheesy. Classic 90s humor, but fits perfectly. And these, I guess, stabbing weapons that he's got, really nasty looking. Especially that, the giant axe there. I think I'm going to display him with that just because it looks so cool. I do actually prefer the individual hands to this other blade that he comes with, but still they give you some options and it's fantastic. This head, wow. I'll bring it forward so you guys can see. Hopefully you can get a good look at that. A very scary looking Carnage. That is a legitimately creepy and extremely well designed and detailed head. Look at that. I love that face scan. That looks really scary. Very impressed. Very impressed. And hopefully you guys can see in terms of scaling, he is massive, ridiculously large. Compared to the other Marvel Select Carnage that we got years and years and years ago, that's kind of a crappy figure as is anyway. This one is outstanding. Definitely the definitive Carnage. I love it. I'm going to say it's one of my favorite figures of all time. Now, it would not be complete unless we had the Spawn of the Symbiotes, all three, Anti-Venom, Venom, and Carnage. Of the three, hands down, no questions, Carnage is the best of the lot. A must-have if you're a Marvel fan, a must-have if you're a comic book fan, definitely if you're a Carnage fan. And even if you're not, even if you don't like Marvel, even if you are not a big comic book fan, it's such a cool-looking figure visually. It comes with so many great accessories that I think it is well worth getting and adding to your collection. I hope you guys have enjoyed this review on one of the best figures I've reviewed, certainly in a long time, and that is the Marvel Select Carnage. Just before I go, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos, and let me know in the comments below what you think is the best Carnage figure of all time, what your favourite appearance of Carnage is, and also what head you think he looks best with. Is it the Cletus Cassidy one? Is it the classic Carnage? Or is it this more demented version that I've got on him now? Let me know, and I've got more reviews coming up for you guys soon.